I realize that it's extremely ironic that I'm talking about this sort of thing from the cockpit of a Hyundai, but you miss what you miss. Bring a Trailer's really changed the market for classic Mercedes in the past year or so. And one of our subscribers had left a comment saying he wanted a part 2 synopsis of the 560 SL market. There's certainly a market that has just been bombed by Bring a Trailer in like a good way, like it's blown it open instead of blown it to smithereens so far. I see so many situations now where people are buying cars off of Bring a Trailer that I didn't even know some of these people would have wanted a car. The truth is that Bring a Trailer is like whetting people's automotive appetites in a way that I never imagined it would. And now you get all of this Bring a Trailer commentary. Like, what I've noticed in Bring a Trailer, it seems like there's some really great cars, and then there's some really average cars, and then there are just some cars that are total piles of crap. And one thing that I've told people buying before off of BAT is you need to see the car. Why is that? Well, because the car is never the same in real life as it looks like in pictures and in on the site and stuff. It just never is. It's always going to be worse. So remember that. If you can't live with that reality, then you should probably just invest the money in a plane ticket. Second of all, in order to really buy a car that you want, you have to take your time and make a careful decision. There goes a 560 SEC that's really nice. Wow. It takes a long time to really buy a car the right way. Buying a classic Mercedes is a job that requires the input of a couple of experts, really, if you don't know exactly what you're looking for. And it involves a secondary budget to improve the car. You can't just say, oh, this car's 15 grand, I can afford it, and then have nothing left over. It just doesn't work. By the way, I really hate the way this Hyundai brakes. It's like all or nothing. The worst part of buying on Bring a Trailer is that almost every car that comes off of there has one or more issues that have not been adequately disclosed. The sellers don't know that they're issues in the first place, or because the seller seems to think that something that's a minor issue to them will be a minor issue to somebody else. Not true. A lot of the time, it will end up being a major issue for somebody else. For example, let's say you sell a car and Bring a Trailer, and there are a couple of small cracks in the dash that really were not emphasized in the pictures. Then you take delivery of the car, and you find that there are a couple small cracks in the dash that weren't emphasized in the pictures. You're just like, what the hell? Where did these come from? No one told me about them. I paid a premium for this. Let's use an example. 84 300 TD wagon because I wanted a blue interior with my silver 300 TD. And now I get it and there are cracks in the effing dash. It does happen. Finally, a third reason, when you're trying to buy a car and Bring a Trailer, you're also competing with a bunch of other people who may have a different expectation of the market than you are. Like, for example, if you're in California and you're trying to buy a 560 SL, there are going to be a lot more 560 SLs available, and you could probably get a 560 SL for a lot less money. However, if you're in New York and you're trying to buy a 560 SL and there aren't as many good cars available, you're going to pay a premium for this really nice car from California. Now, what does that mean for the California buyer? It means that A, they're going to be edged out of the market, and B, the market values are going to be artificially inflated because you have the impact of geography leaning on the final sales price. People will actually stop looking for cars locally. The way that I usually buy a Mercedes is I go to local garages. We're in New York. we go to club members, Mercedes Benz Club of America members. You just have to go places where you're going to see and meet the people who actually own the cars. A lot of the time you can give your number to the person and be like, hey, if you ever want to sell this car, let me know. The truth is that cars that are being offered for sale aren't as great as the cars that are not always being offered for sale. And that's why I say go make friends with the mechanic, because you never know whose estate they're having to liquidate or who just ran into some serious financial trouble and is going to be taking their car and putting it up for sale. Anyway, that's my opinion on Bring a Trailer. In the meantime, if you don't own a Mercedes, a classic Mercedes yet, have fun shopping.